On today's Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be discussing keeping safety in mind, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, Warehouse Safety Tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. Many people treat Sunday as a day of rest, and we don't have any problem with that. But we do know that a lot of people will take that time to plan for the week ahead. So keep in mind the same thing when you're at work. When you first get there, you probably are catching up with friends, maybe getting a stretch in, organizing yourself, whatever the case may be. But it's very, very important to have a very slight safety briefing. And that is going to be something that is going to consist of watch out for this or keep an eye on that. And you might not think that it's a big deal, but it could save you from everything from a minor incident to getting hurt or even killed. And it's important because, as we've discussed in past podcasts, it's something where some things can just become invisible. Okay, and what I mean by that is you notice them so much or don't notice them so much because you're exposed to them all the time that you don't see stop signs, you don't see tape, you don't see things that tell you warnings, and they just become sort of invisible to you. It's like if you worked on a farm and the smell of manure when you first get there is just overwhelming, but after just a couple minutes or hours of working, you don't even notice it. Or living next to a train track. You probably, when you first get there, are scared to death by the trains coming through, but then after a while, you don't even notice them. And the same thing happens in the workplace. So these safety briefings, as mentioned, can just absolutely keep safety front of mind. It's things like, keep in mind that this light's not working, or keep in mind that this indicator light isn't flashing, or just something simple, but it's the things that you in the past would just kind of take it for granted. Now it's being mentioned and it's keeping front of mind in a safety situation through that briefing. So if that helps keep something front of mind and keeps you and your fellow co-workers safe, then we're all for it, because safety is what we support. So until next time, thank you for watching another episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. And here's a tip from one of our sponsors.
You want an organized workspace. You want a safe and efficient way to lay out your shop or warehouse. But it takes forever to mask and paint the floor lines, only to watch them fade and smear and have to do it all over again. The solution? Mighty Line Tape. Mighty Line floor tape is simply the most durable floor tape available. It's 7 times thicker than most other floor tapes. It's beveled on the edges so it can handle an army of forklifts. And it comes up anytime with no scraping and no residue. Why mess with the mess and the fumes of floor paint when Mighty Line has the rolls, shapes, colors, and signs that fall right in line with 5S standards? There's a place for everything, and everything has its place. That's why we're here. There's only one American-made Mighty Line tape, the only durable stripe.
You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the vodcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the vodcast at warehousesafetytips.com. And if you want to catch our podcast and or request a sample pack of Mighty Line, visit mightylinetape.com/safety tips. Thank you for watching Warehouse Safety Tips, and have a safe day.